Hello everyone, my name is Riska Fauziah with registration number 33210087, and now I would like to do the final project for classroom management. The agenda is the part 1 is teaching tolerance, handling emotion, and disruptive behavior clause. Part 2 is problem solving. Part 1 teaching tolerance handling emotion, and disruptive behavior clause. Teaching tolerance. What is teaching tolerance? It is promoting respect and understanding among the students. It's emphasizing the value of diversity and inclusion. The strategies for teaching tolerance. The key strategies is number one, incorporate diverse material. We can use books, media, research from various culture and perspective. Number two, create inclusive activities. We have to plan activities that celebrate diversity and encourage cooperation. Number three, model respectful behavior. You have to demonstrate tolerance and respect in your interaction. And we are going to the topic number two, helping students to handle anger, frustration, and aggression. Understanding emotion. Recognize that anger, frustration, and aggression are natural emotions that needed to be managed constructively. The strategies for managing emotion is the effective techniques is number one, teach emotion regulation. We have to use techniques like deep breathing, counting to 10, and mindfulness. Number two, provide safe outlets. We have to offer physical activities, art, and writing as ways to express the emotions. Number three, encourage the communication. We have to create a, an environment where the students feel safe to talk about their feelings to us. And we are going to talk about the disruptive behavior clause. What is this disruptive behavior clause? It is a part of classroom rules that addresses unacceptable behaviors and their consequence. Developing a disruptive behavior clause. Steps to create an effective clause. We have a steps. So the step is number one, define disruptive behavior. So clearly state what constitutes disruptive behavior. Like, for example, is talking out of turn, aggression. Number two is outline the consequence. Specify the consequence for each type of disruptive behavior. Number three, consistent enforcement. Apply the rules constantly and fairly to all the students. The example of a disruptive behavior clause. The sample clause. Any student who disrupts the class by talking out of turn, using inappropriate language, or being physically aggressive will receive a warning. Continued behavior will result in a parent-teacher conference. So the conclusion of these three topics is teaching tolerance, helping students manage emotions, and having a clear disruptive behavior clause are the key components of effective classroom management. It's implementing these strategies for fosters a positive and productive learning environment. And now we are going to the part two. It is a problem solving, and I am going uh, read the problem number one. Problem one number one is Mrs. Johnson is a fifth great teacher who has been teaching for over 10 years this year. She has a student named Alex who frequently displays aggressive behavior. Alex often interrupts lessons, talks back to the teacher, and sometimes even becomes physically aggressive toward his classmates. Mr. Johnson has tried various strategies to manage Alex's behavior, such as setting clear rules and consequence, positive reinforce- reinforcement for good behavior, and speaking with Alex privately to understand the root of his aggression. However, despite her efforts, Alex's behavior has not improved significantly. So the question is, what classroom management techniques can Ms. Johnson implement to Alex's aggressive behavior? Provide at least three specific strategies and explain it will could help improve this situation. So for the problem number one, to address Alex's aggressive behavior, Mrs. Johnson can implement the following strategies. Number one, build a positive relationship. The strategy is spend one-on-one time with Alex, show genuine interest in his life, and provide consistent positive reinforcement. So the explanation is a strong positive bond can make Alex feel more secure and valued, reducing his need to act out. And then we have uh, and the number two is teach emotional regulation. The strategy is introduce mindfulness exercise, deep breathing techniques, and create cool down spots in the classroom. The explanation is helping Alex manage his emotions, can reduce aggressions by providing alternative ways to express the feeling. Number three is a constant consequence. So we have to state the consistent consequence. The strategy is establish and consistently apply clear rules and consequence for aggressive behavior. So, consistent rules create a predictable environment, reducing anxiety and helping Alex understand the impact of his action. Like that. And then we are going to the problem number two. Mr. Smith is a seventh grade math teacher who has noticed that several students in his class frequently engage in off-task behavior during lessons. These students often daydream, chat with classmates, or use their phone instead of focusing on their work. Despite Mr. Smith's attempts to redirect their attention and provide engaging activities, the problem persists. This off-task behavior is disrupting the learning environment and affecting the overall performance of the class. So the question is, what strategies can Mr. Smith use to increase on-task behavior and decrease off-task behavior? Provide at least three specific strategies, explain how each one could help address the issue. So, to answer the problem number two, to increase on-task behavior and decrease off-task behavior, Mr. Smith can implement the following strategies. Number one is use active learning techniques. The strategy is to incorporate interactive activities such as group work, hands-on projects, and problem-solving tasks that require active participation. So, it is will be engaging students in active learning makes lessons more interesting and keeps their attention focused, reducing the likelihood or daydreaming or chatting. Number two is implement a clear routine and structure. The strategy is to establish a consistent, classroom routine with clear expectation and transition between activities. The explanation is a predictable routine helps students know what to expect and reduce downtime, minimizing opportunities for off-task behavior. And then the last one, the number three, integrate technology positively. Strategy, the strategy is use educational apps and tools to make lessons more interactive, such as math, games, online quizzes, and interactive whiteboard. The explanation is by incorporating technologies into lesson plan, students are less likely to use their phone for non-educational purposes, keeping them engaged and on task. So for the last problem, the problem number three, Miss Brown is a eighth grade English teacher who is facing challenge with a student named Jake. Jake frequently exhibits disruptive behavior in class, such as talking out of turn, making inappropriate comments, and distracting other students. Despite Miss Brown's attempts to manage the behavior through verbal warning and setting change, Jake's behavior has not improved. This disruptive behavior is affecting the learning environment and making it difficult for other students to concentrate on their work. The question is what specific strategies can Mr. Brown implement to manage Jack's disruptive behavior? Provide at least three strategies and explain how each one could help address the issue. So to manage Jack's disruptive behavior, Miss Brown can implement the following strategies. Number one is positive behavior support. The strategy is reinforce positive behavior by recognizing and rewarding Jack when he follows class rules or engage appropriately. The explanation is positive rein- reinforcement encourage Jake to repeat good behavior, gradually reducing disruptions as he seeks positive attention instead of negative. Number two, clear and consistent consequence. The strategy is establish clear rules and consequence for destructive behavior, ensuring they are consistently enforced. Use a behavior chart or contrast if necessary. The explanation is consistency helps Jake understand that the boundaries and the repercussions of his action, making it clear that destructive behavior will not be tolerated. Number three, engage Jake with leadership roles. The strategy is assign Jake responsibilities or leadership roles in the classroom, such as leading a group activity or helping with class talks. So the explanation is giving Jack a sense of responsibility can redirect his energy toward a positive contributions, making him feel valued and reducing his need to seek attention through disruptive means. So there is all of my presentation. Thank you so much for your attention. Thank you.